Hi everyone. Just thought I'd put a little video together about Market Samurai. You probably heard me talk about it, how I think it's a great tool and better than a lot of other tools I've used out there. But I've never really had a chance to show you how it works, so thought I'd put a little video together to let you see, how it works. Here we are. I've launched Market Samurai. It's software that you have on your computer, so you literally run it from your computer. And when I want to create a new project, and by new project we're going to research the marketplace for a particular keyword, so I just come over here and say new project. I go up and enter my seed keyword. In this case I'm just going to start at a very basic level of a problem that people have, and we'll see if there's some potential to solve that problem somewhere. We're going to do the keyword research, so I'm going to create this new project, and here's all the different modules that you have in Market Samurai. Starting on the left, we have what's called rank tracker. So once you have a site and a keywords that you want to track and see how they are ranked in all the search engines, we can track it there. This is where we usually get started in keyword research. In other words, this is where we put our keywords in. Seo Competition, one of my most favorite modules in Market Samurai. This is where I can see the websites that are on the first page of Google for a particular keyword, and I can see all of the SEO factors that got them there, and I can see what my competition is and what the size of the mountain is that I have to climb. Saves you tons of time in the long run. Once you have a niche you want to go into, this will help you research the domains that are available for that keyword. Monetization lets you find different monetization ideas, actually find affiliate partners, and it connects with some of the affiliate networks like ClickBank and Commission Junction, so you can actually find good monetization partners for your website. Over here, find content. We can actually check all the other websites on the net that have content related to the keyword that you're going to research, and get some ideas on how to find content, write content. You're not going to steal the content, but you're going to plant seeds and get some ideas and see what's working out there already. You can actually publish content. Once you've written some content, you can actually connect Market Samurai to your WordPress website and actually push content right into your WordPress site if you want. Only works with WordPress, but it's still very cool. Promotion, you want to get some backlinks. This will give you some good ideas of who out there is talking about your niche, talking about your keywords, and perhaps you can find blogs and websites that you can go to and actually write posts and get backlinks that way. Kind of a manual process, but a great way to find out what's going on. Okay, so that's the big picture. Let's start with some keyword research. We're again searching stress. We're going to generate some keywords that are related to the phrase stress. So right now, Market Samurai is going out to Google and using the Google history in the Google keyword tool to find all of the keywords that are related to stress. So it's going to pull back up to 800 different keywords that might be related to stress, and we can see what they are and what's available. So once I get them all, okay, here's some suggested keyword phrases that we can work from. It pulled back 482 different keywords. Took about a minute to get them all to come in case you didn't see it. And I can then go and dig deeper into what the competition is, the demand for all these keywords. if I don't like some of the things I see in this list, things that aren't related to what I think I want to do, I can eliminate them by crossing them out, or I can filter them over here based on the phrases I want. If I want to delete certain phrases or certain words from the phrases, I can add a negative choices here. So it all goes very quickly. But in my case here, I don't really know what I want to do yet, so I'm just going to take them all. Then I'm going to go up here to what's called keyword analysis, down here to keyword analysis. Now this is the heart of what I want to do. And this is going to bring me into the actual research for different phrases. Usually I sort by traffic. In this case, I have my own filter I like to use, but anybody can set it up to be based on any number of these factors up here. So keyword research is really based on bringing back total searches for the word. SEO traffic relates to what is the actual traffic a number one rank website will get. Phrase to broad match. This is really kind of an indicator of the realness of that phrase. If this is a phrase that people actually use, the higher the value, the more likely that it's an actual phrase that real humans use. And then we deal with Adwords. It tells you exactly what the keyword is selling for. I usually just use this, generally just want to see the cost per click, highest cost per click. So that gives me a good sense of the commerciality. Is there some buying intention in that niche? I can find it out very quickly. Over here, we have SEO competition. Is that phrase being used in on the websites? What other websites have that phrase that's being used in a broad format? We can do title competition. That tells you whether that phrase is being used in the title tag of the page, whether it's in the URL. These are all super important SEO factors that are going to mean those websites are that much harder to beat because they're using the keyword correctly. So this is my particular choice of different factors that I like to check first. And again, I'll dig deeper as time goes on. So down here in the real data here, we see that stress itself has 364,000 searches per day using that phrase. We see that there's 153,000 potential visitors if you are number one for that phrase, and that's just a 42% value, which is kind of the industry standard for what percentage of folks go to a particular click on a particular ranked website in Google based on its position, etc., etc. So we won't go into the details here, but I just want to show you how quickly we can get a good sense of what's going on. Now I'm going to filter this a little bit just so it makes it easier to manage. I only want to know that, these phrases have a fair amount of value. So I'm not going to be concerned about phrases that have so few searches. So I'm going to filter out the ones that have very little search. So I'm going to say I don't want to see any results for any keywords that don't have at least 100 searches per day. And so that's going to eliminate 337 different keywords, and now I'm down to 145 keywords that have over 100 searches per day. So this is a pretty good demand for all these phrases. So I know I'm going to get some traffic. So once I've narrowed it down, then I'm going to go to another level of analyzing the keywords. And this is going to go in and find the actual SEO competition. How many websites are really competing for that phrase out there in a broad match situation? I'll also get into title competition and URL competition, and also AdWords cost per click. So these are all going to give me some very good, first level, big picture ideas of whether this keyword is going to be worth pursuing. Now, this is just the first steps in the keyword research, the very 10,000-foot view, so to speak, for the keywords. It just gets me into the ballpark. I can do this very quickly and get to know exactly what keywords are worth drilling down into and finding out more about. So let's go through here. Okay, so it's returned my results, and I can begin to see that SEOC, this is the total number of web pages globally that mention a specific keyword term in the same phrase order in Google's index. So this is a good number that you want to look at quickly. How many other websites are you competing against? Obviously the word stress has 610 million other websites that are really trying to optimize for that phrase. So, again, that's way too much competition. So, by the time we get down to here, I can see that there's less and less. But what I really want to do is I want to find the phrases very quickly that don't have much competition. So I'm going to go up here to my Seo Competition Filter and say I don't want to find any keywords that have more than 100,000 competing websites. So I only want to see phrases that have less than 100,000 websites that are competing. So okay, so now you see that the SEOC is down to much lower numbers, under 100,000. So these are now becoming phrases that are a little more winnable. So you're starting to drill down a little bit more in finding ones that have the highest demand, the highest searches, but a little less competition. So again, this is all very nice, much the same as perhaps Site Buildit's Brainstormer at this point, but I can go in to get a lot more information much more quickly. For example, here's the AdWords cost per click. This is what the top dollar value for that keyword, what that keyword is selling for in Google AdWords. So I can immediately see, is there some buying intention? If someone is buying this keyword and paying, a fair amount, that means they're making money, more than likely making money with that keyword. So very quickly I can see that this keyword has some commerciality, has some buying intention. When I see, very low amounts, I can say, well, maybe there is some buying intention, but there's not a whole lot. So I want to find some numbers that tell me that yes, there's buying intention, but there is some competition for AdWords, so that means there's actual buying intention out there. Okay, let's see if we see any words that might be useful. Stress management, big picture word, 94,000 competing websites, but only 118 searches per day. Maybe not enough demand. Let's, just get a very rough stress facts. That might be a good place to meet somebody when they're just discussing the problem. 266 searches per day, only 36,000 websites that are competing for that. Now let's see what the SEOTC is. In other words, the title tag competition. So I'm just going to click on that and pull in some title tag competitions to see how many websites actually have stress facts in their title tag. Okay, let's see how many actually have stress facts in the URL. Okay, that's not too bad. I'm going to say let's try that keyword and let's drill down a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is click on the key to the next to it, and that's going to immediately add stress facts as a new keyword that we can drill down on. And I can go through the process of doing keyword research again and creating a new bunch of keywords that are stress facts related. And that's normally what I do. But really what I want to do pretty quickly here is I want to take a look at the SEO competition for that keyword. That'll tell me whether I'm wasting my time and if this is just too competitive a place to go. So I'm going to go down to SEO competition over here on the left. And what that's going to do is bring up my SEO competition module for stress facts keyword. So I'm going to generate results for this particular keyword. Now this is going to pull up the top 10 or 15 websites that are on the first page of Google for this keyword. And it's going to pull in all of the SEO factors that got them there. So I can immediately see some of the important things. And we'll go through each one of these in a second. But things like domain age, page rank, how many index pages they have, how many domains outside of the site's backlinks do they have, is the keyword used in the title tag, just a whole range of very important search engine optimization factors that I want to know who I'm competing against here. And I'm going to want to quickly see if I can beat them. So it's going through and analyzing all these websites and pulling in all of their SEO factors for all the websites. Okay, so here's the top 10 websites on the first page of Google for the phrase stress facts. And if I want to see for sure, I can just come down here to view results on Google, and that would bring up a Google search page, which will show me exactly these same sites. And I always do that just to check to make sure it's okay. But in this case, we won't view them. We'll just go through these 10 sites and see how they relate. Again, let's take a look at number one, this website here, stresscure.com. It's 15 years old. The website's been up 15 years. Its page rank is 4, pretty solid. It's got 64 indexed pages. And again, the number of pages on this domain indexed within Google. And now we're getting into the backlinks, referring domains, the total number of unique domains with backlinks pointing to this particular website, etc. More specific backlink types things, backlink to the page, backlinks to the domain. Is there links from a .edu or a .gov site? Google loves to see backlinks coming from educational and government websites, so it's going to tell you if there's a lot of those out there. Is it in the DMOZ directory? Is it in the Yahoo directory? Is the keyword used in the title tag? Is the keyword used in the URL? Is the keyword used in the description meta tag? Is it used in a head tag on the page? And CA stands for the last time that Google was there to visit it. The more frequently it comes, the more Google sees it as a site that it has to keep track of. So those are all the factors. You can see that StressCure is pretty well optimized. 28,000 backlinks tells you that you're going to have a high mountain to climb to beat out StressCure. But that doesn't mean you can't perhaps beat the others. And notice how Market Samurai immediately color codes everything. Red means, yeah, you're probably not going to beat that factor. Yellow means caution. And green means that factor is probably beatable in the long run for that particular factor for that particular website. So again, you get a very quick snapshot of what it would take to get on the first page of Google for stressfacts.com. I love this module, and it's probably saved me so much time in the long run, making sure I didn't try to go after a keyword that I would never be able to get on the first page for. But again, in this case, notice that here's one with not that many backlinks. It's got a lot of index pages. Notice it has the actual keyword in the domain name. Big factor in how it got to be on the first page probably so quickly, even though it's less than a year old. So and it's got no page rank yet. So again, you can immediately see that you probably can beat this particular website with some time and effort. But again, here's another one up here that it's a little bit easier to beat. But again, this is still a pretty high mountain to climb. You got your work cut out for you. And, again, my first impression would be I wouldn't go after this particular keyword. It would be a little bit too difficult. So I would want to find a much less competitive niche and go back to perhaps my stress keywords and find something a little more winnable. So, for example, let's put up in our SEO competition, let's put 50,000 as the SEO competition and see if we can find websites, phrases that only have much fewer competition. Let's look through here. Facts about stress. Now notice compared to stress facts, facts about stress as a phrase still has quite a few searches, just roughly the same as stress facts down here, but there's much fewer websites fighting for that phrase. So I'm going to key this phrase. It brings it up here to the top. And let's take a look quickly at the SEO competition for this phrase. Let's get results. And let's see if the SEO competition is a little easier for this phrase. So again, this is such a quick way to really get a sense of what the competition is for a phrase. And within seconds here, I can see that this is still pretty competitive. A lot of the websites have red in them because they've been around a long time. There's a fair number of high page rank websites already there. Lots of pages in some cases, lots of backlinks in other cases. So again, within seconds here, I can get a sense that this is too competitive. So I'm going to go back to stress, and let's try to find another phrase that might be even less competition. How about stress management courses? That seems like something that if somebody's searching for it, they clearly have some buying intention. They might be ready to buy some. It's not quite as many searches, and there's not a whole lot of competition. So yeah, this might be worth building a site around. So let's do the same thing as stress management courses. We've added up here, and so again, let's do the SEO competition for stress management courses. And again, what I like about this is something I can do very quickly. I've researched a bunch of keywords and really kind of drilled down and get some good sense of what this is now. And again, this looks like a lot of competition. So yes, clearly there must be some buying intention. That's why there's so much competition. The newest website is 8 years old. Yes, some of them have low page rank, and perhaps there's some beatable websites, but again, pretty competitive. So I'd have to drill down and think more about this. One of the things that I should check for stress management courses, look at the AdWords cost per click. that's probably as high as it gets. Obviously, stress management courses mean people are really buying things in that niche. It's, if they're going to search for a stress management course, they're probably going to be ready to pay money, and that's why the AdWords keywords are selling for $2.65 a piece. So again, these are the kind of things that I want to research and get a sense of what I'm up against. So no conclusions from this keyword. I would want to continue and try to find some more keywords, a little less competitive. In fact, Market Samurai has some built-in filters that will let me do what's called golden rules or long tail. The challenge relates to Ed Dale's challenge. So these are all existing built-in filters. Golden rules is kind of the standard approach. It defaults to some values up here that define it. The challenge one is even more competitive. It's only going to bring back websites that have less than 30,000 competing keywords that only have 30,000 competing websites. So this immediately gets you into some very winnable phrases without much competition. Let's see. Yeah, so those are all possible ideas, and depending on how hard you're really willing to work, you can get a sense about whether it's winnable. Anyway, that's a quick overview of Market Samurai and how you can very quickly get a sense of your market and whether or not to go into it. So that's why I love Market Samurai. Hope you enjoyed that presentation. Okay, bye.